So Gary, if you don't mind me asking, like after the union battle and you finally came to grips to realize, all right, you know what, I'm not trying to lose another $1 million from that standpoint. Phase three, right? What did that look like? How did you get to where you're at today? Like what does that look like after 2005?
So we grew a lot. So the next from 2004 to 2013, so 9 years, we grew to about a $200 million per year organization of companies. We purchased a couple of companies and we grew the companies we had, and it was all about growing, right? And I think at one point, pride got in the way. Growing these numbers and doing this big volume was kind of cool, right? And gosh, now we're at 50 million, and nobody thought we could get to 50 million revenues, and now we're going to go to 100 million. Well, that's cool. Now we're 100 million, and nobody thought we could do 100 million, and we got prideful. I believe I more than anything got prideful, and acquired a company that we bought that I should never have bought. But the owner of the company is a friend of mine, and his business was kind of struggling, and I thought I could do better than he could do. I could take this business and me and our team could do great things with it. We'll be profitable, even though he just couldn't figure it out like we probably could, right? So that was a prideful moment that bit me later on. So in 2013, 14, we exceeded 200 million in sales, and in 2014 let's see, I'm trying to think of the time frame of this. 2015 came along, and we were at 220 million in revenues at that point for all our businesses, and our profits were okay, but one of the businesses that we pridefully bought, I just mentioned, had a huge loss in a short period of time. So we lost about $15 million. So when I think about my stages of the course of these businesses, had three really tough times. One was, in the time I didn't understand acquisitions, bought my dad out, and it wasn't easy. It was a tough time. And then the second one was, fighting the unions. I thought it'd be easy. I got all these team members that don't want to be union. This is gonna be easy. This is America. Right? It was a lot tougher than I thought. And the third time was losing a ton of money in a short period of time in 2015. In over 8-month period, we lost $15 million in one business, a couple $1 million in another business. Wow. So $17 million. Now, I'd never had this problem before, right? This is a new one. So what did I do? We had to make tough decisions, right? We had to scale down. We sold these, two companies, and one was the one that cost us a ton there, and we had to scale down to a smaller business. We had to cut people that were good people. I had a whole C-level, right? I got to this bureaucratic organization with this whole C-level. I had a CEO or a CFO. I had a COO. I had a president. I had a VP of HR. Right? Had all this layer of people that that I had to cut. Some of these people, most of them, great people. All of them good people, meaning well, but a couple probably underperformers, and so we did that, and then we had to cut a lot of back office too to match up for the new businesses that we had. Right, we went from that 220 million down to about 100 million total businesses, and we paid down debt. So our focus as a team was to pay down debt as fast as we could, or not be in business in a year, in 6 months or a year, because our bank was going to continue to see this happen, right? So we did that, and it was an amazing path that we took. And looking back, it was one of the greatest lessons I've ever had in my life. You talk about fiscal responsibility. Gosh, you know what? I wasn't that fiscally responsible, pridefully buying businesses I shouldn't have been buying, right? And so again, when I think about these times and what's happened, our core business, Rabine Paving, Rabine America, they're kicking butt now. We're in great shape. Crawford Roofing, our little roofing maintenance company, always does well. Our snow business, Rabine Snow Pro, is good company. We've been doing that for a long time too. We know these businesses well. Pipeview America. Pipeview America is a company where we've got fast growing company with an amazing leader that understands how to inspire others to be better than they would be otherwise, right? So it's a great company. We're growing. It's a technology business where we put robots in the ground and we televise the condition of pipe underground for a lot of big utility companies across America. XBE was a trucking company, dump truck company we had that I found a great partner who's a technology and strategy leader for large companies. And he came in and we met and and basically knew there was a great fit. He's taken this company to be basically the Uber of dump trucks. So if you think of dump trucks, it's a large industry, and Sean and I and our team have built this platform to basically be the most technology-driven platform to organize dump trucks for big paving companies across America. So we've grown in 2 other markets besides Chicago in the last year. It's growing fast. We got a company called Site. Site is a company my son Austin is running. Austin has been a great entrepreneur in his young business life. He's 31. Was running our national business, Rabine America, doing a great job. Discovered a way to do assessments on pavements faster than anybody else in the world. And he does this using our subject matter experts, our engineers, combined with drones and satellite imagery, with one more component, and that's machine learning, to condense the information and the time it takes to do these assessments. We can do them worldwide now. We're doing these assessments for Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, some of the biggest building owners and therefore pavement owners in the world. So Site is a business growing fast with great differentiation. Then, Rabine Insurance Group is a great company that we started because we've had issues with finding partners across America with the right insurance. We realized there's a big void there. We recruited a insurance executive to come and run that with Gabe, our son-in-law, Gabe, who's an attorney. That business is a startup business, new startup business is going to do really well. Bull Valley Golf Club, for fun, we've got a few things that we're doing here, right? Bull Valley Golf Club is a fun business. It's a championship style golf course in Northern Illinois that my wife and I purchased with a couple friends of ours a few years back, 7 years ago, and we've turned it around. It's a great place.
And it's ranked what?
It's ranked the 30th toughest, or I say they call it the most 30th most challenging golf course in America in the top 50. So there's 50 golf courses in America that are rated the top 50 most challenging championship style golf courses. And Bull Valley's number 30 on that list. There's only three in Illinois, only 3 in Illinois on that list. So it's a great golf course. The pickiest golfers that want to play the greatest golf course play this course.
That's awesome.
Bo Jackson's a buddy of mine, and Bo's a picky guy when it comes to golf. He's a picky guy with everything. He wants he's I shouldn't say picky because he's a really cool guy, but when it comes to doing things he wants to do, he's not wasting any time. If he's going to play golf, he wants to play. If he's going to be a member of a golf club, it better be a great one. It better be one of the greatest courses you could play, and that's why he plays Bull Valley. Anyway, so another mentor that I'll tell you anybody can learn a lot from is Bo Jackson. We can talk about that another time, but he's such a tremendous guy, and what a champion of a person besides maybe the best athlete ever, right? So then we have 2 nonprofits, True Mentors and Rabine Group Foundation. These two nonprofits that well you know them very well because you help with Rabine Group Foundation whenever you're asked and when you volunteer. But then True Mentors, of course, that you're leading. But all these things, all these businesses have if they don't differentiate, they're not going to be there years from now. And I think about the growth. Now we stuck at 110 million in total revenues in these businesses the last few years. This year we're going to grow 30 to 50% in all these businesses.
That's awesome.
Because now we've paid down all our debt. Right, we've got very little debt compared to the revenues we have today. Paid down every bit of debt we took on 3 years ago and more. And we're in a position to succeed and to learn so much from those losses and those tough times, right? So when it comes to acquisitions, like the one I did with my dad, I'm a little better at that today than I used to be. Not to say I'm a master acquisitions person, company or person, but we're way better at that today. When it comes to understanding labor law, boy, we understand labor law way better than we did ever before. So that lesson that cost me millions, it's hopefully going to pay off in the long run, right? And then when it comes to fiscal responsibility and prideful buying of companies or investing in businesses, right? We got to stop doing that. We're going to invest in businesses we know well, that we find passionate leaders to run, and that's who we are today, right? And again, when we look at these businesses, we're passionate about every one that I see today, and so. Of the 25 businesses we've started in the past, 17, 18 years, there's many that didn't last. Never have we claimed bankruptcy in any of them. We've had the opportunity to, and we couldn't stomach that. I couldn't stomach that, and my team would not feel good about that, right? Because when you claim bankruptcy, there's people that get hurt, and other businesses that might go under along with you, right? So we've shut down businesses, we've sold some businesses, and we've had a lot of fun with the ones we learn the most from, right? The ones that we're most successful from the mistakes we make and the mistakes we learn from.